Well, this is an impromptu video. Um, as we all know, I'll just rip the band-aid off because I'm that kind of a person. The slap heard around the world. I've been in two people's lives and I've seen several articles already. And there's a lot that I would like to unload. Um, I seem to not be expressing the intent, and there's a lot of things that people are not paying attention to the whys. So I'm gonna have a bunch of little subjects. I'm gonna touch on all of them, and then I'm gonna bring all the subjects together because what happened last night is very, very complex. It's not a simple right or wrong, and there are many moving parts. So we're gonna start with the major part. We're gonna start with about the Oscars and joking. Okay, we're just gonna jump right into it. Everyone knows that Oscars is synonymous with having an MC that's kind of racy. They're gonna tell off-color jokes. They're gonna be a little mean to everybody, nobody in particular. Everyone's everyone's a subject. They are presented like a comedy relief in between the presentation. So they're going to do their comedy, or they're going to do whatever their skits are. And then we're going to, have intermission. They're going to do their little presentation, and then they're going to go back to joking. Okay. That's the way it's supposed to work. So, well, I come from the old school of you don't play stickball, then go crying to your mom when you get hit with the stick. Or you and your siblings, you're rolling around, you're playing roughhousing, and one of your siblings hit you too hard, and you go running to your mom, and it was like, well, what you want me to do? You were in there too. It's like it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. Okay? So here, everyone in the audience was laughing. Everyone was hearing the jokes. Everyone was laughing, including Jada. Jada was laughing. Chris Rock was making fun of everybody about everything, not just picking out one or two people. Look at the whole show, not just that 30 seconds that they show you on CNN on a loop. That all you see is the hit part, the clickbaity part. Watch everything. He picks on everybody. No one's off limits. Okay, so the part that was hurtful, and I'm gonna get into that, is the G.I. Jane reference. Because by no fault of her own, she does have a genetic immune disorder that her immune system attacks the follicles in her body. So she has no hair. This is not new to me because I used to go out with someone who he had a sister. His sister had, alopecia when it happened. I mean, she would go into hiding. She wouldn't come out of her apartment. She just did not want to be seen. And when it subsided, when the immune reaction subsided, she got her eyebrows done, and then she, of course, you would never know that she had anything wrong. But I digress. The whole point is that it was passed down to the nephew. So the nephew will run around bald. It's okay. It's socially acceptable for a man to run around bald. But a woman is taught since she's a little girl that your hair is your beauty. A woman's beauty is in her hair. That's why we're given as children, we're given like roller, those play rollers, play brushes and combs and mirrors. So we can like have the mirror here and we're brushing our hair like that because we're supposed to have this beautiful locks because that's the beauty of a woman. A beauty of a woman is in her hair. I'm here to tell you that is a lie. That is a lie. That is part of a social rule that they pushed on women. Don't matter your skin color, because women with thin hair like mine, they get these tracks put in to make the hair look fuller. Because my hair, oh, I don't know if you've seen my hair lately, how thin it is. I mean, I may have a long head of hair, but look how thin that is. Look how thin this is. This would never, never be considered beauty. This is not beautiful in the eyes of our society today. That's why I keep it pulled back so you don't see how thin and I don't know, nesty. Look how thin that is. That I should, yeah, I have long hair. I have a lot of hair, but it's so thin. It is baby fine hair. I should be having tracks put in this. Come on, come on. Can I get this hair to come up? No. Nope. This is as far. I am getting static in my hair, but no body. None. None. None whatsoever. It's nothing. So, yeah, society puts these pressure on women that for you to have any kind of beauty, you have to have long hair. Not only do you have to have long hair, it has to be flowing down your back and it has to be thick. Okay? So, if you're not that, you're not beautiful in the eyes of society. Another thing about the G.I. Jane, okay, I really want to touch on this G.I. Jane movie. G.I. Jane was a movie that came out, I think it was back in the mid or early 90s. It was a long time ago. It was a good 20 years ago. But anyway, maybe even 30 years ago. Anyway, women were trying to get equal rights in the military because we were delegated to we could be a nurse in the MASH units, we could do a secretarial job, we could work in the mainland, we could work at the embassy, but women were not allowed in the military to be on the front line. I know, you think in our day and age we will have equal rights all around. No. Okay, so there's another portion. Excuse me, let me finish the one thought and I'll tie it all back together in a minute. Just keep coming with me. Okay, so during that time, the excuses from the major generals or whatever, the higher ups in the Pentagon was, well, if we allow women in the front line, the men will be too busy having intercourse instead of fighting a war. Believe me, okay, let me intercept my opinion here. If you got live rounds coming at you, I think you're gonna be paying attention to that. No matter what kind of panooch is going on over here. That would be more important to me. Definitely. Okay. Another thing they would say, these generals and the higher ups would say, well, women can't be in the front line because they have parts down there that if dirt and germs get up in there, it could cause severe infections. You must not know how clothing work. We got underwears, we got pants, we know how to use soap and water. Believe me, I think we could keep the downstairs bits clean. Oh my God. I mean, the generals are putting every excuse and any excuse not to have women in the front line. What does that have to do with G.I. Jane? G.I. Jane came out around that time as a strong woman that broke into a man's field and did the job just as good as any man could have. That's the concept of the movie. It's about a strong woman. And in the movie, she was like, oh, so if my hair made me too feminine to fight a war, let me just take care of that problem. and she shaves off her hair. Because if her hair was considered too feminine to fight a war, well, let me fix. Yeah, we'll fix that problem. And it's about a strong woman. So how come this strong woman image was taken out of to me taken out of context? It's like, okay, G.I. Jane 2, they made the first G.I. Jane, they never went back for G.I. Jane 2 because they never found any woman that could pull it off. Now, was it a bad joke? In hindsight, yeah. Yes, it was. Who approved that joke? Who approved him to do this? Because someone somewhere had to approve someone. Okay. You are told as a comedian, okay, you can ad-lib, but you can't do this, you can't do that. You have an idea of what the person's going to say when they get on that stage. And there was a dress rehearsal. So this was not the first time Will Smith heard that. It was a dress rehearsal the day before. And he seemed perfectly fine with it. So, what other could it be? What else could this be? The Oscars have been losing momentum for the past 10 years. I mean, they just been losing ratings like you wouldn't believe. So what this would do, what happened last night, is the equivalent of clickbaiting everyone, because look at us. We're all talking about it. I have never talked about the Oscars this much ever in my entire life. And I'm old. Oh my Lord. You know, and also it's optics. Optics are going around. Two black men in a disagreement and violence was the outcome. Not a good optic, not a good scene. I think it could have been staged. Maybe, I don't know if that hit was real. They are both actors. I mean, they act very, very well. And someone approved the jokes. It was a dress rehearsal the day before. What is going on? Now, if someone says something bad about me and try to insult me, I know my wife will be down their throats. I know it. Without a doubt, I know it. However, if I'm there and I'm laughing at everybody else, and then when it came my turn to be roasted with everybody else, do I have a right to be offended? You know, and also, again, it comes back to the hair. Mine's not thick enough. Mine's too thin. It looks like something wet. It does. It looks like my hair is wet. It's not. It is bone dry. I haven't washed it yesterday at all. So I mean, you can see a little bit of static going on. So you know my hair is dry. Anyway, because society's problem, well, women not having a certain type of hair, because women being strong, us being too sensitive. It could be, that could be it. We're just too sensitive. And not everything, just because your feelings are hurt, doesn't excuse violence. Just because your feelings are hurt. Will is very smart. He's very quick. He could have said something just as sharp back and had, instead of this nonsense. Well, anyway, please feel free, leave your comments. I want to know. I want to have a real conversation where we are allowed to express ourselves. No cursing. I won't tolerate that. No putting anyone else down. Won't tolerate those. If you curse, if you put someone down, if you are belligerent to anyone in the comment for any reason, your comment will be deleted. I'm not gonna have that. This is a very serious subject. It's very touchy, and I think we need to go forward very kindly with each other because this is a multifaceted issue. There's several things going on all at once. It could be the Oscars are trying to do clickbait like the kids do. It's a sign that you joke about a woman being bald, it's automatically an insult. But it's okay to joke about a man being bald because that's socially acceptable. It's not the fact that she has a genetic issue. We know she's sensitive, but she's sensitive because society said you're supposed to be sensitive. But your hair doesn't make you. You make you. And also, it was brought up, and I don't understand this part because I do need an explanation that certain groups of women are more sensitive about the hair than others. I might as well take this off because the glare off the light is driving me nuts. Anyway, is more sensitive than others, and I don't claim to understand that because I never experienced it. I could empathize if something like that happened to me, that I would be hurt, but I can't sympathize because I didn't go through that. You know, when you experience the exact same situation that another person experienced, that's sympathy. But if you're like, gee, if that situation happened to me, I think I would feel that way. That's empathy. So being I never been through it, I can't sympathize, but I can empathize. I know I'm long winded. I apologize if you stood here this long. Please let me know what you think. It's not to put anyone down, but I think something's going on bigger than we see. Um, something's not clicking. Something's not clicking. Something's wrong, and I think we're going to find out in the next couple of days. If this was planned and they have something to do with it, it's going to go really bad really quick. However, we must keep in mind Chris Rock was paid to say those things. Now, some people I've heard, well, if Chris Rock was paid to say those things, then he's a sellout. That's not me, not my opinion. All I know is that when you sign up for a job, you know, you're not going to do an MC job for free just because you want to do a favor for a friend. It's a job, you're going to get paid. Chris Rock did that for money. We all go to work for money. So he got paid to do jokes. He did a dress rehearsal the day before. Will said nothing. It just, I don't know. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say. I'm sorry I took so long to say it. Please leave your thoughts below. Please be kind. No cursing, no belligerent. Let's be kind to each other. And I'll see you later on today with a bonus video. Wait till you see what I got. Till next time, we're going to hope for the best. We're going to prepare for the worst. I guarantee you, all going to be somewhere in the middle. Bye-bye.